Lucid's up in the pre-market. It's off the highs of the morning. The EV maker is now topping GM and Ford in terms of market valuation, now number 3 among U.S. automakers behind Tesla and Rivian. More talk about the big 3 being Tesla, Rivian, Lucid. Last night on Mad Money, Peter Rawlinson called on the world to kick the fossil fuel habit.
We cannot go on burning fossil fuels the way we're doing. Mankind needs to transition to sustainable mobility. And the route to that is technology. This is a tech race.
Jim, you called the car a wondrous technological machine.
I loved driving it. It was terrific. I got more blowback, negative blowback about that piece than I have in a long time. And I'm going to quote my daughter, who very rarely blasts me. She said, "Dad, you are a salesperson for Rivian. Give me a break. I'm a salesperson for Lucid. Give me a break." And here's the problem. When I look at Lucid and I look at the Rivian valuations, David, we know that it's 1998. Now, Andrew said it was 1999, yes. But you know that this can't continue. Now, I love the game, and that's why I own Ford for the charitable trust, because Ford has a gigantic position in Rivian. But, David, I'm conscious of the fact that just because there were 17,000 reservations, I have gotten too excited about Lucid. I'm too excited.
Well, listen, from this video, you do seem to have a future as an Uber driver, so that's always good. You got that going for you, Jim.
Why not Lyft, David? They're much bigger out here.
Oh, yeah. But, listen, your point's a good one. They raised over $4 billion, remember, with the SPAC deal, did Lucid. They're going to need it. I went back and looked at the July projections that they put out when it's the last time we got them. 2.3 billion in negative free cash flow for this year is what they anticipated. 2.7 billion next year. 3.2 billion in negative free cash flow in 2023. Then things start to turn for them. They only have negative free cash flow of 1.4 or 1.5 billion in 24. And then they start to get positive, right? So you're basing the valuation now off a projection that we had at least some time ago, and I assume they're still sticking with this, of let's call it $1.5 billion in free cash flow in 2026, Jim.
Right.
That's kind of what we have to work with here.
Well, remember what Musk said.
And they're succeeding. Jim, time to raise more capital? Why not? Why not? You're going to need it at some point.
He repeatedly said that he did not need more capital. And what bothers me about this, David, is that this is what I've been thinking about perplexed, because this is what my daughter hit me with. Remember, you have 14,000 reservations in September, and then it went up to 17,000. The reservations are refundable. Why isn't it, and this is what I realized I should have been more critical, and you usually don't say this stuff on air, but why wasn't it 25,000? Are we basing this thing on reservations per share, David, because they could be ephemeral? The Motor Trend Car of the Year does matter. The fact that it had a great look and feel does matter. But I talked to 2 people last night who said, are you kidding me? Have you seen the luxury this or the luxury that? You've made too much of Lucid. So, I think that Lucid was up 5 points at 4 a.m., and now it's down, and I think it's going to be a bad day for the stock of Lucid.